My name is Jill Stevens and I am the Communications and Marketing Manager for Interfaith Scotland, and I manage Scottish Interfaith Week, which this year will take place in November from the 2nd to the 9th. Scottish Interfaith Week is Scotland's annual festival to celebrate the nation's religious and cultural diversity. Interfaith Scotland established the festival in 2004, and last year we celebrated the festival's 20th anniversary. Last year we held a national interfaith conference to celebrate and bring together communities for peace and dialogue. Over 70 events are held every year by interfaith groups, faith communities, schools, organisations and local communities. Events provide the opportunity to challenge stereotypes, build bridges and unite communities. Scottish Interfaith Week is a time for creativity and innovation. Over the years, we have created exhibitions including the Faces of Faith exhibition, Postcards for Solidarity, and an interfaith poetry book. We have run school competitions and held large events such as the Interfaith Prayer Vigil in George Square during COP26 and our launch event at the Scottish Storytelling Centre for the Year of Stories. We have had all kinds of events held such as film screenings, book clubs, dinners, tours of places of worship, dance shows, dialogue events, drumming workshops, and so much more. Anyone can hold an event, especially schools. We believe that for Scottish Interfaith Week to truly have an impact on Scotland, we must focus on education and engaging young people in the festival. You will hopefully see this reflected in the festival's online presence as we develop our teaching resources, and in the events programme as it develops. As I said, anyone can host an event or run an activity for Scottish Interfaith Week. Events can be closed to the public. You may want to invite local MSPs, councillors or local faith community members to attend. You could run a classroom activity, organise a trip to a place of worship, host a special assembly or a family fun day. Here are a few events that schools hosted last year. Westcoats Primary School held a week-long programme for students of all ages. Pupils visited places of worship, including a mosque, chapel and Hindu mandir. The school also had speakers from different faiths talking in classrooms, including our board member Mel, who hosted workshops for around 110 children from primary 1, 2 and 3. Stirling High School held 5 assemblies throughout the festival, with a different religion featured each day. Our board member Srihari gave a talk about Hinduism at one of the assemblies. Could your school host assemblies with speakers from different faiths? Edinburgh Interfaith Association hosted their Religion and Belief Roadshow for schools and visited Davidson's Mains Primary School in Edinburgh and Blackhall Primary School. Their co-chair, Professor Joe Goldblatt, was also the speaker for a chapel service with 400 pupils. Could your school contact a local interfaith group or faith community to talk to classes? Calderwood Lodge Primary School planted a tree gifted by the Council of Christians and Jews to signify unity, hope and peace. The local provost and members of the CCJ board joined in the activity. Could your school plant a tree for peace? The junior leadership team at St Clair's Primary School visited 2 primary schools to talk about faith as part of Scottish Interfaith Week. Could your school support pupils to teach younger classes about faith? Holyrood Secondary School hosted a family interfaith evening for students and their families. This included an interfaith video, quiz, codebreaker and collections of religious artefacts for families to explore. Could your school invite families to learn about faiths and cultures with their children? High school students from Mackay Academy visited Glasgow Mosque and Garnet Hill Synagogue to learn about faiths and take notes for their National Fives and Hires. Could your school visit local places of worship? Holyrood Secondary School made posters in class to educate others about different faiths. Could your school make posters to put up in corridors? Interfaith Glasgow hosted a family fun day with henna, opportunities to try on religious clothing, face painting, food and games. They had a table with an activity for each faith with someone from that faith running the activity. This is one of the festival's most popular events and families from across Glasgow travel to attend. You could use some of these ideas for your event. Last year, Stirling Libraries used our library book display resource to create book displays at Cornton Library and Fallon Library. Your school could create a book display too. The resource includes dozens of recommendations for a variety of ages. Event submissions are now open on our website. If you're thinking of hosting a closed school event, we would still love to feature it on our website and talk about it on social media. You can submit your event at scottishinterfaithweek.org. We have various resources for organising and promoting events, including posters, a digital toolkit, social media graphics, a library book list, and event planning document. We will be updating these resources for 2025 in the coming months. If you know of a network, newsletter, or Facebook group in which we can spread the word about the festival, please send details our way. We're always looking to engage with teachers, youth groups, and libraries in particular. You can email us at info@scottishinterfaithweek.org. We will usually share social media content we're tagged in by schools, and we would love to share anything you're doing for religious and moral education, not just during the festival, but throughout the whole year. This year's festival theme is Our Future. The younger generations will continue to build bridges between our nation's many faiths and cultures, and we must trust and empower them to do so. So this Scottish Interfaith Week, we are passing the mic. Through the theme of Our Future, we will explore the issues close to the hearts and minds of Scotland's youth: education, climate, mental health, poverty, and discrimination. These are the key priorities identified by thousands of young people in a recent survey by Scotland's Commissioner for Children and Young People. To celebrate the theme, we are holding a schools competition and asking young people about what matters to them. The Our Future competition asks young people to use any creative medium to explore a value or social justice issue and ways to take action. Any primary school class or secondary school pupil in Scotland can enter the competition and be in line to win a prize. Here are some ideas for competition entries: a short video showing ways to take climate action, a poem about why education matters, a clay sculpture depicting the Golden Rule, a collage about ending poverty featuring photos of free school meals. The more creative, the better, and more ideas will be included in the teaching resources. While not affiliated with the Religion, Belief and Values Award, this competition could work well to continue facilitating students' exploration of these themes. Schools could run the competition in conjunction with the RBV Award and use it as extra motivation for the award's completion. Primary schools can win a £50 voucher. Primary schools can submit one entry per class. Secondary school pupils can win £20 or £10 vouchers for individual entries. Secondary schools can submit multiple entries, one per pupil. Competition entries must be sent as a digital file, photograph, video or PDF to info@scottishinterfaithweek.org. If your file is too large to send by email, you can send it by WeTransfer. The deadline for submissions is 5 p.m. on Friday, the 28th of November. We will judge submissions in early December and aim to notify winners by Monday, the 15th of December. We will be developing resources for primary and secondary school teachers in the coming months. These resources will include lesson plans and ideas for ways to engage young people in the competition. To be the first to find out about any competition-related news, please sign up for emails via our Google form. We are also hosting a premiere for our Scottish Interfaith Week short film on Wednesday, the 14th of May in Glasgow. We will have speakers talking about the festival, in particular the focus on young people, and we will have some time for discussion. This could be a good opportunity to meet people engaged in interfaith work and get inspired about the festival. We also offer workshops for schools, which can be held in assemblies and in classrooms. We can have Q&As and presentations from trained volunteers. We also have a range of religious artefacts, including clothing and instruments. Email us at admin@interfaithscotland.org or come visit our stall. We are going to use the remaining time to brainstorm with each other, but first, do we have any questions? During our brainstorm time, we talked about what would your ideal school event for Scottish Interfaith Week look like, and what kind of entries could your class or students create for the competition?